So what's up, you guys? Today we got a very special episode, unplanned. Well, not unplanned, but surprise episode on Friday. We're gonna be talking about Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
we just stayed a little quiet.
This movie was awesome.
All right, so this is the 25th movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. 25. Jesus Christ. That's so many movies. But I was really worried that this movie was gonna feel the same as like other Marvel movies. I know a lot of people were excited, a lot of people weren't excited because maybe they were thinking it wasn't gonna do anything too special after Endgame, after you know the whole multiverse stuff that's been going around in like the TV shows and upcoming movies. But I was pleasantly surprised. I gotta say, I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, I gotta say that definitely I appreciate that it was something very different.
Yeah, yeah,
Like without spoiling, because obviously we're gonna keep it like without spoilers first, and then we're gonna talk spoilers later in the
yeah,
episode. But without spoiling, this movie was awesome and completely different to anything you see in the Marvel universe.
yeah. At first, I don't want to spoil much, but at the beginning, I was, right from the start, I was surprised because there's like this one really nice fight scene. It has like no words, no snappy like Marvel dialogue. They don't joke like every 2 seconds. Um it's just shot really well. It's kind of like a dance, and I want to say that the combat in this movie is pretty good. I would say it's some of my favorite combat in like any Marvel film.
Yeah, it's definitely some of the best action that I've ever seen in Marvel films, because a lot of action, I mean, a lot of people will remember, for like, if you ask someone like what are the best like fight scenes forever, I mean, for like in the Marvel universe, a lot of people will probably remember like the elevator scene in like Captain America, the Winter Soldier, or some people even praise like the action in Black Widow or anything. But Shang-Chi like changed the game.
Yeah, like one thing I want to talk about during the fight scenes is that for the most part it's very easy to follow. Like the action scenes are shot very very tight, very like fluid, I guess. But it's so cool, and they do a lot of different stuff with the camera. So there's like well, it's in the trailers, but Shang-Chi, um he saves some people on a train or like a monorail. No, it's like a bus, my bad, a bus.
Yeah, it's in
um
San Francisco.
yeah, so that was in the trailer, and there's like one shot that cuts to them like from the side, and it's like, I don't know, it kind of reminded me of like a video game level, like a beat 'em up, and it's like Shang-Chi like kicking the crap out of the dudes like from the side perspective. I thought that was really good, and they do that later too. When the characters are in a different location, they're no longer in San Francisco. I don't want to spoil it too much, but they play around with the camera a lot, and like I said, the action is really close to follow for the most part, which is something that I really like. Sometimes I feel like Marvel movies, um, the action isn't edited that well. Like they
Mhm.
cut during specific times. So I just want to say Shang-Chi like really nailed it.
Yeah,
And
sometimes movies suffer, not like just people, Marvel movies, but like a lot of action movies suffer from like shaky cam, or like
mhm,
they cut too much,
yeah,
or like you said about there's no like dialogue in between the fight, like it's just like full action. And yeah, like I really didn't expect the fight scenes to be that cool. Especially, I gotta mention, like, I mean, I don't know if they showed it in the trailer, but I know there's the fight scene in the bus, the bus scene that you mentioned. That, I mean, it's pretty much early in the film, and that was like it set the standard high for like how the fights were gonna be
yeah.
throughout the movie.
It's really good. If any of you guys have seen like older Jackie Chan movies, Shang-Chi in this one, he uses like his environment a lot to his advantage. So in the bus scene, he's like swinging through like the railings. He's like jumping through the seats and stuff like that. It reminded me of old school Jackie Chan, which I mean, who doesn't love old school Jackie Chan movies? Um, and that's what I thought the vibe of the whole movie was gonna be, just like old school like kung fu movies. Um, but man, it gets crazy. It gets crazy. That's all I want to say to you guys without spoiling too much. Is that it's gonna get crazy.
Yeah. Now I gotta mention, since we're not gonna talk spoilers yet, I'm gonna say that the film right now, Shang-Chi, The Legend of the Ten Rings, stands at a 92% on Rotten Tomatoes. And I think the audience score is 99. So people are really enjoying this
I
film.
I know my girlfriend said that it's probably her favorite MCU movie.
Yeah, my girlfriend actually rated it a 10 out of 10. I
Yeah,
was
that's
like,
cool.
really?
That's cool.
Like,
I do think it is in maybe my top five. I think MCU movies, just because it is like vastly different
yeah.
than most of the other ones.
Yeah, I as soon as the movie finished, the movie wasn't even like completely finished. Like we were waiting for the mid credit scene and the post credit scene. I tweeted out like immediately, Shang-Chi was awesome. And also I told Sebastian that this is probably one of the best or the best like origin movie of like the whole Marvel universe of
Yeah,
the
I
25
thought
movies.
I was really worried at the beginning of the movie because I thought it was gonna be like another Doctor Strange. Not that Doctor Strange was a bad movie, just that as far as like an origin story goes, I thought it was like whatever, you know what I mean? Um, but I really like this. This is a cool origin. Um, it's just so different. Like
Yeah.
I expected like just like a generic like action movie from Marvel, you know? But damn.
Yeah. I mean, did you know a lot about Shang-Chi from the comics at
Oh
all?
yeah. No. The only time I had read Shang-Chi in like comics was when he was helping train Spider-Man. I was reading Spider-Man, Spider Island specifically, if you guys are familiar with that arc. Everyone gets Spider-Man powers, but Shang-Chi at the beginning of that story, he's helping train Spider-Man in the ways of Spider Fu, which is a specific spider type kung fu. But that's all I had known from Shang-Chi. I mean, I didn't know he was the Mandarin's son. I didn't know he had like a sister. I didn't know anything else related to him. So seeing this movie, getting to know a little bit more about him was pretty cool. I don't know if it's comic accurate because I don't know anything about the comics. But I'm definitely gonna check out more comics, more Shang-Chi comics.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people saying that. Well, before we actually saw the movie, I heard people praising it a lot, and I even heard people saying like, "Oh, this is gonna be a lot of people's new favorite superhero," and I could definitely see why.
Yeah, dude, I can definitely see that. Without spoiling too much, this guy is basically like an anime protagonist sometimes. Like that's the vibe I got, or like he's like a fighting game character. So like this is what Iron Fist should have been in the TV show that I never saw. But right now I'm pretty sure Shang-Chi will can clap Iron Fist.
Oh, definitely,
As far as the MCU goes, you know.
definitely, and I gotta mention the casting for Shang-Chi was really interesting because it's not like they had a vast majority of actors that just were like, oh, I want to try for this film or audition for this film. No, the actor that plays Shang-Chi, his name is Simu Liu. Um, he actually tweeted at Marvel on December 3rd on 2018. And literally he just said, okay, Marvel, are we gonna talk about Shang-Chi or what? And funnily enough, a couple months later, he responded to that same tweet and he said, well, shit. Because obviously now Marvel had talked to him. And I think like a couple weeks later after he tweeted that, they finally announced it. I think they announced it in 2019,
Yeah,
Shang-Chi.
2019.
And I had no idea who it was. I had never heard of Shang-Chi. And honestly, like honestly, that kind of makes me happy that I didn't hear about it because I didn't have like any expectations or anything.
Hmm.
And like that was awesome. That was probably one of my favorite things about it because since I didn't know much about it, like I learned so much and it
Yeah,
made me
yeah.
like the character so much
I
more.
it's for me, it was like when I saw Guardians of the Galaxy because I didn't know who the hell Guardians of the Galaxy were. Like I knew about them in passing. I knew there was a talking raccoon and crap like that, but I didn't know who they were. And with this, I was like, oh, I know of Shang-Chi, but I didn't know about him, you know. So it was really cool to see. Um, like I said, I don't know if it's comic accurate, but I mean, who cares? You know, like the MCU is different than the comics. They've gotten a bunch of stuff wrong all the time. Like you know, like the original Mandarin that they had in the MCU. You know, they had Ben Kingsley as the Mandarin, and then in Iron Man 3, they're like, oh, it's not Ben Kingsley, it's the freaking whatever Guy Pierce or whatever his name is.
It was horrible. I mean, a
I
lot of
like Iron Man
people,
3 though. I
no,
like Iron
yeah,
Man 3.
Iron Man 3 is great. A lot of people hate on it and say it's probably one of the worst ones,
I think
but
it's sick.
I think it's awesome because he gets to use like he gets to be Iron Man without being like in the suit. You get me?
Yes, exactly. That's the whole thing, and that's
Yeah,
why he tells Peter Parker in Homecoming, which you guys love that movie so much. I'm sure that you're nothing without the suit, and Iron Man 3 is all about that. So, and
exactly.
it's
He
and
knows.
it's a Christmas movie also. So
Exactly. Yeah, I don't know why people. I mean, it's not the best movie, but I definitely think that Iron Man 3 should not be hated upon that much as it is.
yeah,
But
I agree. I
but
agree.
I mean, Mandarin, yeah, I'll agree. That shit was trash. But the whole everything else about the movie, awesome.
Yeah, yeah. Um, so since we're talking about the Mandarin from Iron Man 3, maybe we should talk about the Mandarin from this movie.
Oh yeah. I gotta say, like, he definitely was. I think he had like a really good backstory.
Yeah, so this is of course the real Mandarin for people that have seen the other MCU movies. This is the real Mandarin. His name is Wenwu Shu, I think, or Shu Wenwu. He's played by Tony Shuwai. I don't know his last name.
Yeah, we gotta apologize beforehand. We're gonna mess up a lot of names.
Yeah, sorry guys, we're not that fluent. Tony Shuwai Leng or Lung. Yeah, so he plays the Mandarin in this movie. And I gotta say, I think it's one of the better Marvel villains, just because like it's memorable. You know what I mean? Like you can tell why he's doing the things he's doing. Um, you know, he's not right, but like he thinks he's right. So it's just very interesting, and the whole family dynamic between like him, Shang-Chi, and his sister Xialing. It's really interesting. I didn't know Shang-Chi had a sister. I didn't even know Shang-Chi was related to the Mandarin, like I said before. So it was really interesting to see and see how it played out.
Yeah, definitely. And another great cast member is Aquafina. The dynamic that Aquafina had with Simu Liu in the movie, I think they had the chemistry that they had was awesome.
Yeah.
And she came out, her and Michelle Yeoh and what was it, Ronnie Ching, they all came out. Those three cast members, they all came out in Crazy Rich Asians, which if you haven't seen, it's a really funny movie that I really recommend. But
I
also,
haven't
yes,
seen.
I for the first time ever, I seen a movie that Sebastian hasn't seen. But
Yeah.
yes, Aquafina and Simu, their chemistry was awesome in this movie, and they made their characters really
Um,
likable.
I was gonna say I wasn't the biggest fan of Aquafina's character at the beginning of the movie because I was just like, oh, whatever. She's like the funny best friend, but she's also the love interest. So I didn't really care that much for her. But then at the end of the movie, she gets like she gets more toned down, like she gets more serious, but still being funny. Like it wasn't just that in your face. So yeah, I liked her more towards the end, but that was just me. That's just because I'm cynical and I'm a dick when it comes like to stuff like that.
Okay, well, I gotta say, without like, okay, so we have to talk about spoilers at some point, but without talking about spoilers first, like we're just recommending it. Like, go see it, go
Yeah,
support this movie,
go see it, man.
because a lot of people were actually upset on Twitter because they're saying that Disney's treating Shang-Chi like an experiment,
Oh,
because they're gonna see if it does good, then they're gonna release Spider-Man or the other movies like on time. Or if it doesn't do good, they're gonna get delayed.
why? Why would they?
Disney, I mean, obviously we know COVID is a real thing, and the Delta variant is not getting any better. But that's what I'm saying. That Disney's treating
I,
is kind of
I,
treating it as an experiment.
I guess they're gonna delay it so that you're kind of like forced, like this movie is forced to like make its money, I guess, because they're afraid that it doesn't make them money in the time frame. Then they'll just extend the time frame so that they can make their money back.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
Black Widow. It
that
was
that's probably why they didn't put it on Disney Plus
yeah, because
yet.
Black Widow actually didn't make as much money as they thought. I
Yeah,
mean, obviously, I don't think people were that excited for the movie.
yeah.
But
I mean,
but definitely the Disney Plus release did hurt it a little bit.
yeah, I wasn't that excited for
And
Black Widow,
yeah,
if I'm
and
being
also, I mean,
honest.
Scarlett Johansson also was pretty upset.
Yeah, she sued the big rat.
Yeah, and like I
I don't.
said, what?
I want to see the big rat get taken down. I want to see Disney go down.
Yeah, well, anyways, like, yeah, I think Shang-Chi is only gonna be in theaters for a shorter run than usual. It's only gonna be in theaters for about 45 days. So I mean, that gives you a lot of time to go watch it, but it is a shorter time than usual. So yes, please go support this movie. You're not gonna regret it. I promise you, this movie is gonna be very, very enjoyable.
Like, look, if you like action movies, like kung fu movies, you're gonna like this movie. If you don't like the MCU,
Yeah, definitely. Who doesn't like ninjas, dude? Ninjas are freaking cool.
yeah,
You're gonna
there's some ninjas in the movie. There's also some like Romanian dude with a fucking with a knife for an arm.
yeah.
I looked him up. He's an actual villain, and in the comics, he's so dorky because he has like this like wrestling uniform, and it's just like a big like tank top and like underwear, and he has two like razor fists. Yeah, so I don't know how he goes around doing stuff, but he has like two knives for hands, and that just seems really dorky to me. I'm so happy they only gave him one in this one.
I mean, it would have been really hard to live with two knife hands, dude.
Yeah, dude, you probably like
How does he
how are you
eat?
gonna
How do you
how,
eat?
no, he eats, he just goes like, like he's like
Okay,
stab
dude, but how
sword.
does he do everything else?
He probably shaves really easily too.
Okay, I think it's time we talk about spoilers.
Wait.
What?
I want to say something I noticed in this movie when I was watching it. Just this is just a small nitpick. That there's a lot of flashbacks in this movie, and it's like sometimes I feel like the pacing could have been a little bit better between flashbacks. Like you could have combined flashbacks or moved some flashbacks around to know about a character's like backstory or characterization a little bit more. But that's just a small nitpick. The rest of the movie was pretty good, enjoyable.
I mean, that is
There's
kind of a spoiler, so
yeah, well, I'm not talking about what is in the backstory,
yeah, yeah.
but um, there's five actors that play Shang-Chi in total this movie. I don't know if there could be more because some of them could have been twins, but okay. There's like a baby, like newborn baby that plays Shang-Chi. There's a toddler version of Shang-Chi. There's a little kid version of Shang-Chi and a 14-year-old version of Shang-Chi. And then there's the adult version of Shang-Chi. So there's five Shang-Chis in this movie. And that's just something I noticed and I was talking to my girlfriend about.
Yeah, because you gotta you we since of course a lot of people like us didn't know about Shang-Chi. That's why they're explaining his life. and I thought it was really interesting. I mean, I know that you said that the flashbacks kind of like bothered you a little bit, but
Yeah.
that I do get your point. And they like I know how after the movie we talked about it, and you said that they could have combined a couple scenes.
I'm just saying that the pacing with the flashbacks threw me off because
Yeah, it kind of
sometimes
slowed it down, right?
sometimes it came in the middle of like a big fight, and sometimes it was just like you got flashbacks and then they stopped talking about the flashback to tell a joke, like when they're on the airplane, they cut the flashback because the airline lady is like, oh, you want beef or vegetarian or whatever, and that's just it. Like it's just like little nitpicks that like I think the pacing just either, I feel like some of the flashbacks weren't that useful or necessary, um, or some of them could have been combined, or some of them could have been placed in other parts of the movie, and I think it would have flowed better. But I'm not a movie maker, so like that's just a small nitpick on my part.
I mean, yeah, I don't fully agree with Sebastian on the flashbacks, but I do
Yeah,
understand his point because yes, I do think that sometimes it did slow down the pacing a little bit, but the flashbacks are pretty useful because they explain a lot of this the story with
yeah,
like Shang-Chi's father,
yeah.
the
I
Mandarin.
liked most of them. Um, like at the beginning of the movie, there's one with the Mandarin and Shang-Chi's mom, and it's like a complete reference to what's it called? Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Or at least to me, it felt like that one movie, that one scene. Um, and it was really beautiful. Like it was so different. I was really worried that this movie is gonna have like the Marvel color syndrome, which it doesn't really have that much color. Um, but it was like that one scene was like super green, super yellow, super bright. There was
You
no dialogue. It was
you
just,
talk about the forest scene.
yeah, the forest scene. Like it was just really tranquil, and I really liked it. Um,
It
but
was
yeah,
almost poetic.
yeah. Well,
They were just
it,
like they were
it,
dancing,
yeah, yeah. They
so
were,
dancing but fighting at the same time.
yeah. It was just nice. It was just cool. Like I like actual martial arts. Like it was cool. It was just cool.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It kind of the mother kind of reminded me of like the Airbender.
Yeah, she basically was an airbender. Yeah.
I mean, they really didn't go that too deep into like their powers.
No, they didn't, which is one of the things I was talking about to my girlfriend. When I was talking about the flashback, she was like, "Oh, I like that it wasn't presented like linearly." And I was like, "Yeah, I mean that's cool, but the flashbacks don't really do anything to like explain like their powers or their training or anything like that. It's just like it's just the family's backstory. They don't do much to explain like the actual lore of like the fights or and stuff like that."
Yeah, like um, I mean, I didn't like I said we didn't know much about Shang-Chi, but like
Yeah.
uh he kind of, I mean not him, but his mother, they used him, they show her like kind of like controlling the air, like I said, like the airbender, and she's like moving leaves around and moving some stuff around here and there. But yeah, like they didn't really focus on that, and I thought maybe they would explain it more when they went to the hidden village.
Which
But
spoilers, by the way, I guess.
I mean, we're already talking about spoilers.
Yeah.
Yes, I thought they would talk about more when they went to I think it was the Talo.
Yeah, Talo.
Yeah,
Um,
but I mean, I
I
guess maybe they'll explore it more later.
Yeah, probably. I thought they were gonna, because his Shang-Chi's aunt like teaches him how to like airbend basically, but it doesn't. I don't think they say where it comes from, how they're able to do that. They mostly just give backstory about the village and like a big fight that happened like a long, long time ago in that village.
Mhm.
Um, but other than that, I don't think they really talked about. They didn't really say where the Mandarin got his rings from.
Yeah, they didn't. They also they just said But no,
But
but I think they didn't explain it for a
oh yeah,
reason, dude.
because
Because of
yeah, you're right. I was just
because in the post credit scene, which I mean not the post the mid credit
the
scene,
mid credits scene.
um, like I said, they don't really explain the origin of the rings, but there's a reason for that. They're gonna explore that later. And
Mhm.
I wanted to ask you like what you thought about that, because obviously they say that, well, for the people that want to know the spoilers, that Bruce Banner comes out. By the way, he's not Hulk anymore. He turned normal again after the
Yeah,
snap, after his snap.
he
And
still has the he
yeah,
still
his
has the cast.
yeah, his arm is
At,
still hurt, injured.
like I'm assuming this movie takes place right after Endgame. Then like
Yeah, must be a couple weeks, months, maybe. I don't
yeah
know. But yeah, the Bruce Banner comes out saying that it's not vibranium, and also Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel, comes out, which I
yeah,
really didn't
and
expect her to come out. She was like the
me
least character that I expected.
me neither. When I saw Bruce, I was like, what the hell, Bruce? Like I was expecting like
I was
I
reading
don't
Doctor
know.
Strange when because
Yeah,
Wong came
I
out.
because Wong was talking to somebody like, "What do you make of this?" And I thought, "Oh, it's gonna be Doctor Strange." But then you get Bruce Banner, and I was like, "Oh, what the hell?" And then I saw
Yeah,
Captain Marvel, and I was even like, "What the hell?"
yeah,
Um,
she was like the least character I expected. But yeah, they're not like actually there. They're holograms, and well, Bruce Banner
yeah,
says that it's the rings are not vibranium, and Captain Marvel can't identify like what planet it comes from, like the
yeah.
rings.
So and apparently when Shang-Chi uses the rings, it sent like a beacon from somewhere or something. And I guess it's like planning out a sequel, like to see where the rings came from and like what they do necessarily. So I'm pretty excited about that. We didn't really talk about the village that much. Um,
Yeah,
the village is super cool, guys.
yeah. The Secret Village is awesome. Like the whole design of it, it's beautiful. I mean, I know it's
Um,
not real, but it's beautiful.
they it's basically like a bunch of kung fu masters living with a bunch of Pokemon, and that's the best explanation I can give.
Yeah, the animals were awesome.
There's there
Especially the I don't know which one you're gonna talk about first.
there's literally an Arcanine. Well, yeah, there's basically an
Yeah,
Arcanine, and there's basically a Ninetales also.
yeah. That
Like
that as soon as I saw it, I was like, dude, that's a
uh,
fucking Pokemon. Or
I
not?
told my girlfriend, I was like, that's Ninetales, that's Ninetales.
Yeah, Ninetales. I mean, I'm not a huge Naruto fan, or Naruto. I don't know how to pronounce it correctly,
Yeah,
but I of course I
it's
recognize it.
it's also yeah, the same inspiration.
Yeah, and especially Morris, dude.
Oh yeah, Morris. So the old Mandarin Trevor Slattery's in this movie too. Ben Kingsley's in this movie, which good for him. He has something else to do. Um, he's living in the Mandarin's palace as his jester basically, and he has he has this animal friend from the hidden village, and at first it's really funny because he thinks he's going crazy, but when Shang-Chi and Aquafina react to, oh, my bad, I call her Aquafina, her name is Katie in the movie. When they react to it too, he's like, oh, you can see him, like
Oh,
he's
I'm not
not just
crazy.
yeah. um
Yeah, it's so like random, but so
yeah,
cute because it's a little furry animal with wings that doesn't have a face.
yeah. I showed my girlfriend. It looks like a Yu-Gi-Oh monster. If any of you guys listening have played Yu-Gi-Oh, it basically looks like Karibo. Um,
I need to look this
and
up.
without sounding too much like a dork, it basically just looks like Karibo without eyes. Is the best example I can give for that.
Oh, I've seen that character. Yeah, I'm not a huge Yu-Gi-Oh fan, but I googled it right now. Yeah, I could see that. It's Karibo with wings and
Yeah,
no eyes.
and no eyes, and he has 6 feet instead of 4.
Yeah, it's the cutest no face animal I've ever seen. The only one no face,
The
but
only
still.
no face animal I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, I was one like the whole time like it came out, I was like, how does it eat?
Wait, where does he poop? If you
I didn't see a butthole, dude.
which which end were you looking at, dude?
How do you know what side is correct?
That's what my girlfriend said. She was like, what side do you touch? Like what side is the face? What if it's the butt touching you? Like, you know?
Yeah. Oh, okay. So we haven't talked about it in order, but
Yeah, we kind of hopped all over the place.
yeah,
We do that a lot in this
yeah.
podcast.
Sorry if anyone is bothered by that. But anyways, I was gonna mention I really thought that Abomination was gonna come out more.
Oh, dude, that's I didn't think it was gonna come out more. I thought it was just gonna be like a one and done cameo. But I don't know, he seemed kind of friendly with Wong.
Yeah,
And
it's like they prepared their fight.
yeah, obviously like the fights are fake or like scripted faked so that they can get more money or whatever. But it's weird that like where did they go? Does Wong know Abomination? Do they like talk to each other? Like
Well, they look like
it's
they're friends, so yeah, because they left together.
it's
But
weird, guys. I don't know what's up with that.
I expect, well, I mean, because they show it in the trailer that Abomination was fighting Wong. Well,
Yeah, yeah,
they don't show Wong's face, but everyone knew it was Wong.
yeah, yeah.
But I thought that that uh that Wong was gonna lose for some reason. I mean, I don't know why. He's like powerful, whatever.
And
But he
Shang-Chi
was,
was gonna fight
yeah, that
Abomination.
Shang-Chi was gonna fight him. But
I thought Shang-Chi was gonna fight Wong because
that could be too.
since Wong won that fight, I thought they were gonna fight, and they're gonna be, and then Wong was gonna join them on their adventure, and I got pretty excited. But then I was like, but then that doesn't happen. Like Wong and Abomination leave together, and I was like so confused. I was like, what the like?
Yeah, I mean, it would have been cool to see either. I mean, I mean, it's like Shang-Chi fight either Wong or Abomination.
Mhm.
But at the same time, how would we expect him to fight? Like Shang-Chi
I
doesn't have any powers there.
yeah
He would have
and
gotten his ass beat or torn apart.
yeah, and I was gonna say Abomination. He has no lines in this movie. All he does is grunt and like all he does is go like that.
Abomination talked right in Incredible Hulk.
I think so, but I haven't seen that movie in forever.
Yeah,
I think
I
he talks in the comics also, but I'm pretty sure since they don't have like an actor to play him, like I know it said that Tim Roth is gonna return for She-Hulk.
yeah, I
I
heard
think
about that.
like, but I'm pretty sure Tim Roth didn't return for this movie, so they were like still like, well, let's
Well,
not
right
record
now when I looked up the cast of Shang-Chi, he's actually credited for Abomination. Well,
Tim Roth
On Google, but I don't know if
on
he like
Google.
he's actually, because I didn't look like all the
Yeah,
cast and the credits.
don't trust Google.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know why he would come out if he didn't like have any lines or
Yeah,
anything.
yeah. If it's such a small role,
But what did you think about Abomination's look?
I thought it was cool. I
Because
mean,
it's different.
it looked more comic accurate because I know Abomination in the comics he has like those weird like frills on him. I liked it. I like it more than the way he looked
Yeah, he
in
looks more like a water monster now.
in the Incredible Hulk movie because in that one he was just like bald dude, generic like bald dude monster looking thing. In this one he looks more I guess not unique, but like he looks different and I like it. I mean,
Yeah,
I want to see him more actually. Like, there's rumors that there's gonna be like Dark Avengers or the Thunderbolts. I wouldn't mind seeing Abomination be like the Hulk
yeah.
monster thing.
It could be him, or it could be Thunderbolt Ross, being like the Red Hulk.
Yeah, I'm down to see that too. I want to see
I'm
Thunderbolt
I, w-
Ross.
I would I would prefer to see Red Hulk.
Yeah, yeah, same. But it's because William Hurt is like really old. Obviously he wouldn't play the actual Hulk, but
Nah.
I like you know what I mean? Like I think Abomination fits more, especially since they included him in like this movie. Like he's still in the universe.
Yeah, but like the question is like, where did they go though? Wong and him.
I don't know. The locker room. They probably went to go change.
It looked like when he opened the portal, like Wong over the portal,
It
you could
looked
see like
weird.
a cage.
And yeah,
and
there was like red glowing stuff. I don't know.
yeah, and it looked like Wong was gonna take him to a cage, but where, like, in the sanctum with Doctor Strange sanctum.
Mm.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff that we don't know yet, obviously,
Which
and
is Wong is working with Bruce, so maybe they have like a specific like gamma cage type thing
maybe
where they keep all the gamma monsters. I don't know.
it's a lot of care. I mean, these characters are so like different. I just don't expect them to work together. You get me? Like,
Yeah, unless like Wong forced Abomination to fight, and then they're like, "Come on, we can make money this way." But then why would Wong do that with Abomination? Maybe because there's no Hulk. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Who knows? Who knows, man?
Another great fight that I never expected to see. Like I said, I never expected these characters to work together. Another fight that I never ever expected to see in Marvel is a freaking dragon fight, dude.
Dude, it's not just a dragon fight. It felt like a kaiju fight. It felt like Godzilla versus Kong. And it was sick.
That shit was so
Dude,
badass.
it's like it was like anime basically. Like at that point, like it got super anime. Like Shang-Chi was like using like the rings or whatever. He was jumping around. He did like a Kamehameha from freaking Dragon Ball. I told my girlfriend, I was like, "Well, that's Goku, that's Goku," but and stuff like that.
Yeah, so basically there's the dragon that we mentioned. It's part of the history of the village of Ta Lo. It's
Mhm.
his actually they don't say his name. They just say his name, the Great Protector.
Yeah,
Um,
there's one that's the Great Protector, and there's one that's like the Dweller of something. So one of
yeah,
them protects the village, the other one tries to eat all the souls in the
yeah.
world, I guess.
So in the comics,
Oh,
there's like this.
and
What?
apparently they're from a different dimension. Also,
Oh yeah.
they're from a different dimension.
So apparently there is a dragon-like creature. I'm not gonna. It's not. I don't know if it's a completely a dragon in the comics called Fing Fang Foom.
Yeah, that's who I thought it was when I
Yeah.
first saw the trailer.
So
And I
everyone
saw
thought it was that
the
one.
phase. I thought it was Fin Fan Foom, and I got really excited because I was like, "Oh yeah,
Yeah, but they didn't
like
say his name, and also I
I'm
expected the dragon to talk for some
it's
reason.
it's not Fin Fan Foom. Like I don't think either of those dragons are Fin Fan Foom.
Nah, definitely not the other one, but the dragon, like the good dragon. That's
Yeah,
I don't know.
definitely
I don't know
not
about
him
that one.
either. I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure that's not Fin Fan Foom. It's
yeah,
too different, and Fin Fan Foom is a bad guy.
yeah.
If I
I
remember
mean, I
correctly.
don't know, but
He's like an Iron Man villain, which is so weird that Iron Man gets
Iron Man
like
and Shang-Chi are connected.
yeah they get the Mandarin and the Fin Fan Foom. I don't know why Iron Man got so many. Why did Iron Man get so many like Eastern
Iron Man is connected to
inspired
a lot
villains?
of like villains, especially Spider-Man. Obviously, everyone knows about that.
That's MCU Spider Man.
Yeah, but something that was
Dude,
really cool.
they're
What?
gonna be like Doc Ock is gonna be like, oh, who do you think invented my arms, Peter? It was Stark, Peter. He developed the tech, Peter. Now I'm gonna kill you, Peter.
Yeah, no, I mean, I was
If
gonna
they do that
say,
if they do that bullshit, I'm gonna be pissed off.
yeah, there's a lot of theories that I'm not happy with, and I don't want it to happen. But I'm just gonna wait for the movie, and I just hope it doesn't get
Yeah,
delayed.
I'm not gonna watch any more trailers or
Yeah, me
rumors
neither. Me
or
neither.
actors accidentally leaking other actors if they're
I
in the
only
movie.
needed that trailer of them confirming the multiverse with Doc Ock. I
Yeah,
only
that's
needed
it.
that, and
I don't
I would
care
have
what
been
other
okay.
villains are in this movie. You know, I'm just gonna be speculating like, is it Sandman? Is it not Sandman? Oh, is the lizard gonna be in it? I'm gonna be
Yeah,
speculating. I'm gonna be excited at the theater. If
yeah.
any of you spoil it for me on Twitter or on TikTok, fuck you.
I also expected to see the Spider-Man trailer before the movie, but they didn't show it. They showed the Eternals. If you guys see the Spider-Man trailer in your theater, let us know because I'm actually curious if they do show it.
Dude, I saw that Eternals trailer. I was like,
Eternals looks really good, honestly.
I don't know, man. It made me sleepy. I don't know.
Well, I mean, the cinematography looks awesome because obviously the director, I forgot her name, but she is an award-winning director. So I want to see what she does with that.
Yeah,
Anyways,
but
I was gonna
cinematographers are different than directors, man.
I was gonna mention that something that was really cool from the dragon was that he basically he protected the wall with like dragon scales, and also
Oh
gave
yeah,
the villagers dragon scale
yeah,
weapons and
yeah.
armor.
They got really good loot from the dragon,
Really
basically.
good loot. And
Yeah,
yeah, so because of that,
they crafted
Shang-Chi
really good weapons.
because of that, Shang-Chi got an amazing, awesome, fire looking suit, or the top that he got. Like, I don't know like how they designed it, but that thing that he wears is fire. Like, I want it.
That's cool.
Now, also I
Um,
wanted to mention the something that I found really funny was like in the Talo, the battlefield. I told Sebastian that I
it's
found
really
it like it was,
small.
yeah, it was super small. Like, for example, like in comparison to like Black Panther, like they have like all the Wakanda field or whatever. But here it's like super,
Yeah,
super small. Like, it doesn't affect it in any way, but it's super small.
yeah. I was like, man, this is like really small Lord of the Rings. Like when I saw that, I was like, this is really small Lord of the Rings. Like just it's like a group of 10 people versus a group of 10 people, basically.
Yeah, then they work together.
Yeah, it's cool. Because they have to fight these like blood no soul sucking like vampire octopus
Yeah,
monster
I told
things.
I told my girlfriend it was like a dragon dementors.
Yeah, they're dragon squid dementors is the best way we can describe those monsters. We only have like 5 minutes left.
Yes. What do you have to mention? What else do you want to mention?
Uh, oh, the bus scene. This is completely random. We're going back to the bus scene, but the bus scene had some really good music during the fight, and I just wanted to say the score for this movie was pretty good. Like it was pretty memorable as far as like Marvel movies go. Like like it was very like Oriental, like Asian inspired, like violins at times. I just thought it was really nice. Like it was really refreshing to hear something like that in an MCU movie, not just like generic like superhero, you know,
Mhm.
music.
Yeah. I was just gonna say like a little fun fact from this movie is that the actress that played Shang-Chi's mother, I'm sorry for mispronouncing her name, is gonna be Miss Menger Shang or Zhang, who plays Xiaoling, like I said, Shang-Chi's mother, met an action designer that worked on the film. And his name is Young Lee. And after making the movie, they got married. So they met during the filming of this movie. I thought it was really cute to mention here.
That's sweet. That's nice.
Yeah.
Movies bring people together, just like how it brought me and JP together. It brought that actress and the action designer together. Maybe it'll bring you together with that special someone.
Yeah.
Don't
Invite
be
invite
don't be
that special
afraid.
someone.
Yeah, watch Shang-Chi, fall in love, eat some popcorn, stick your wiener in the popcorn. I'm sorry, don't do that. Don't do that.
um, do not listen to Sebastian, please.
Don't listen to me. I don't have a girlfriend. I've been lying to you guys.
You're just gonna get arrested. Don't do that, please.
Don't do that. Sexual harassment is not a joke. I'm being serious.
I'm not figuring that. I'm not figuring you're freaking putting in the popcorn.
Oh yeah, don't do that, guys. It was just a joke. I saw it in this YouTube video one time. I think it was YouTube. I'm not sure.
Okay,
Okay,
we have to finish it off.
We have
We're
3 minutes.
we're on a time
Oh
limit here, guys. We gotta upload it to the website that we use. But yes, please, like I said, we mentioned this before. Go check it out. Go support this movie. This
yeah.
movie is awesome.
Wait. What are you rating it? What are you rating the movie?
Oh, 9.5. 9.5
All
out of
right,
10.
all right. That's good. I like I said, I'm a nitpicking asshole, so I'm gonna give it an 8 or either an 8 or a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, 9.5 Morris out of 10.
Yeah, Morris or 8.5 cool dragons out of 10.
Yeah, either one of those.
Okay, so I've been Sebastian.
I've been JP Quintana. Please stay to the credits because
Subscribe, like, comment, subscribe.
yeah, like, comment,
The
subscribe, follow
the
all our social medias.
algorithm, something about the algorithm. Click that little bell so that you never miss a video.
Yes.
Watch it
And
in bed with your special someone.
support us, support the movie.
Yes, mostly us. Those guys are millionaires. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're trying to get there.
I'm not. I'm not a millionaire.
All right. Thank you guys for watching. This has been Stay to the Credits podcast.
Yep.
See you later.